CSGO is now free for anyone to play, and there's a Battle Royale game mode. And there's a new weapons case, which I'll cover some other time. I'm going to say that this is the biggest update that CSGO has ever received, putting it in direct competition with Fortnite. That's not to say it is Fortnite. The Battle Royale map for CSGO is incredibly small, and the action, frantic. I don't think anybody has had the time to experience it properly yet. But here's what to expect. If you solo queue, you'll be placed on the island with 15 other players. If you choose to play with friends, then there will be a total of 18, because that number nicely divides by 2 and 3. For warm-up, you get parachuted into the map with a pistol. Anybody killed immediately respawns. Once everybody has joined, the real game begins, and you choose where on the map you want to start from. This is an interesting way of doing things. If you pick quickly, then you can choose from anywhere, but if you wait until last, you won't have so many spots to choose from, but will have a better idea of where everybody else is, so can choose how busy your landing spot is. CSGO's budget has really gone up, because you're then all deployed from separate helicopters. You have a bit of control over where you land, but the swinging mechanic is fiddly and will take some time to master. You can let go of the rope a bit early for lols. Expect a lot of falling damage. I regularly lost health from jumping from first floor windows or from doing drops that, in other games, probably wouldn't have punished you for. You start with fists, some medic kits and your tablet, and can use your buy button to spend cash you've collected around the map on weapons, items and advantages. Also, your starting health is 120, as opposed to the usual 100. A headshot with most weapons deals around 100, so I'm guessing a bit extra was needed to make engagements take longer than one crisp clean lock. Getting punched results in crazy amounts of screen shake. Insane levels. This may be to encourage players to rush enemies armed with weapons, since a punch is enough to throw their aim off completely. Everything seems geared towards offense, rather than the usual Battle Royale strat of hiding in a corner until everybody else is dead. If this sounds like a lot to take in, you're not alone. This isn't Counter-Strike as we know it, and I found my knowledge of the game counted for little when ammo was so scarce and the map so open. You don't feel safe anywhere. There are automatic turrets that shoot you. There are drones flying about everywhere delivering supplies that have been bought by other players. These will seriously give away a player's position. And it takes you so long to open and to pick up items that you'll be incredibly exposed and vulnerable while doing so. You have to pick up bullets one at a time. Oh, and the C4 explodes with the same forces in normal gameplay. You have been warned. And, on top of all this, there are missile strikes, deployed from an oil rig or something offshore, and announced by a man with a hilarious accent.
The first wave of missiles are about to be fired.
The damage from the danger zone is low, but the sound, brutal, and the concept a bit disturbing. This danger zone gradually consumes the map in a style you're probably used to by now from Battle Royale games.
Your contributions to the experiment were noted and appreciated. Thank you for your participation.
Your map is very useful, but takes up most of the screen when on show. It represents where players are within the yellow hexagons. This will show you roughly where on the map people are, and your map won't work in underground regions, making you feel even more vulnerable. The games I've had haven't lasted longer than a couple of minutes. I think we're all a bit new to it at the moment, and it will take a while for proper strategies to develop. But it's exciting stuff. And it's not a clone of Fortnite either. It may be Battle Royale, but it's got a distinctively Counter-Strike-y twist to it. And I'm not just talking about the gunplay here. The pacing feels different from other games, and I like how it encourages you to move around, offering financial incentives and risky missions. I haven't felt inclined to camp either, as you have to collect money and items to stand a chance in the end game, especially with ammunition so limited. The learning curve is steep, and I suspect will take a long time to master. Don't expect time for a toilet break. There have been hints to this game mode for years. Weapon fists and breach charge were discovered within Counter-Strike's files ages ago. No doubt the popularity of the genre has spurred this update on, but I hope it continues to offer a different flavour of Battle Royale to the other entries on the market. And let's not forget the other change, which may be even bigger news than a new game mode. Counter-Strike is now free. Completely free. Expect a wave of new players and renewed fears of cheating epidemics. But Global Offensive is an established game, with many cheat prevention measures in place. And there's still Prime and Trust Factor to distance honest and older players from the cheaters. I think Valve are about as ready to make the game free as they can be. And those of you who had the game before this point will have a shiny new loyalty badge, and will have been upgraded to Prime status if you hadn't been already. I'm not sure how I feel about this, but I guess we can see it as Valve having confidence in their Trust Factor scheme. For new players who wish to have access to Prime, you still have to pay for it. It costs the same as CSGO did before it went free, and will let you play with other paying players who have more to lose if they get caught cheating. Battle Royale is the cool thing right now, and I can understand the need to include it in Counter-Strike. But for me, Classic Competitive will always be the heart of the Counter-Strike experience, and will remain popular long after the Battle Royale craze has died down. If you don't care about this new game mode, then you should be able to ignore it and to continue playing the game as normal. Or at least, you would if the update hadn't broken the game for players using AMD and Intel graphics cards, who are reporting regular crashes following the update. This is a serious issue that apparently extends well beyond the Battle Royale game mode. I'm hoping a solution is found as soon as possible, as this is game breaking. This update is exciting for everybody within the community. CSGO maker Zul has been busy checking out the new items and scripts, of which there have been many. He pointed out to me that fire grenades no longer explode in the air, allowing for cool next-gen strats like this. Valve, please fix. And Bez the Bot Whisperer says that bots can spawn and choose their starting points, but they have no way to navigate the map right now, so just stand there, looking intimidatingly at anybody nearby. So yeah, massive update, and now the game's free, you have no excuse not to boot it up and to give it a go for yourselves. On this day, Counter-Strike has transformed into something new. I'll be very interested to know how this update, and indeed this very video, ages with time.